So we continue from where we stopped. This will be tutorial 6, if I'm not mistaken. So we are now going to think of moving this data, because in the last tutorial we actually wrote a SQL query in data.sql file to insert initial data into our database. Now we are going to be focusing on how to transfer this data from the controller to the view. That is, from the controller to the HTML page using Thymeleaf. I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel, because I actually need to grow the number of communities, people who I work with, so that we'll be able to do this together. If you have challenges, let me know in the comment box, and personally, I'm going to reach out to you to help you solve it. So the key word in this lesson is called the model. The model is the key thing. Again, remember that I'm going to just show you the architecture. Yeah, this is the architecture. You can see the layers of the MVC model. Now, what we call model in MVC is actually the data, right? Think of the model as the data. So this model is like a a car containing all the data you want, and it's moving from the repository upwards all the way to the view. So whatever you put inside the model will be available to the view. So this model is like moving around. So how does it now apply? How it applies is we need to, in the controller. So there is a controller. Let's focus on this place. This list of nationalities. We have seen that we have list of nationalities in this place. Now, if we have a model, we can add data into the model as attributes. So we can say the attributes of the model. We put the data as attributes. So it's better we just do it so that you understand how it works. So I'm going to say model dot model dot adds attributes. I think that is the syntax. So the attribute name you need to specify in double quotes. So it's nationalities, and then the data you want to put in there. Where is this data coming from? This data is coming from the repository, right? So repository does find all. So nationality, you already know about this. Repository dot get. So let's just check the nationality service for sure. It's not nationality repository dot get nationality. So that is a function that gives us list of nationalities. And I'm going to just copy it. I'm going to copy it and paste it right here. Alright, so now we have a list of nationalities has been placed in the model. So, why is this giving me this error? So let me just make sure it's not the repository, it's service. Alright, so now we place the repository. Let me just save so I get. Do we have error here? Okay, so let's forget this, because I don't think model.add attribute. Okay, I need one more closing brace here. So as I mentioned before, we need to now extract somehow in the view. Let's go to the view, this HTML page. We need to somehow extract this data, this list of nationalities in the model, extract it and put it in this page. So to do that, we need to use a table. So let's create a table first. This table is going to have 5 columns representing each of the private member attributes, or each of the columns of the entity. So tr/tr. Okay. We also need, okay, let's say this is a header. So have td. The first one is the ID. The second one is name. The second column should be the name. So let me just copy it and paste it to save time. 5. Okay, good. So the second one is the name. The tag is the capital. The false is updated by. I can't remember which comes first. Updated on. Alright, so this is the header of this table. So, and this header is fine, it's a header that is okay. We now add another row that is going to hold the body. So now in this second row, we need to now make a list of all the nationalities that is coming from the model. Now this is the interesting part. Thymeleaf provides you a functionality to extract data from the model. In the controller, we called the model nationalities. So you can see the model attached here as nationalities, and the attribute is here is a list of nationalities. So let's now go to extract it from. Let's now go to extract it on this page. To extract it, you need to use a Thymeleaf syntax. You need to use something called the each. So you kind of use each, similar to the for each statement in Java, but a little different. So let me just show you the syntax. So what you are going to say is tr, let's say /tr first. Oh, I already wrote tr. So I'm going to say in this tr, I'm going to say thh like this equals, and I'm going to open and close these curly braces. I'm going to specify for each nationality in nationalities. So for each item in nationalities, or for each object in nationalities, whatever I want to call it. But I want to use for each nationality in. So you use colon in. I use then you open and close this with a $sign. You use curly braces. So inside here, you need to specify the data for each nationality in nationalities. So nationalities. All right. So I've said here for each nationality in nationalities. So this is in the table row. So now we now specify in the TD, we now specify extract the variables for each of these nationality objects. So I'm going to say the syntax for this one is th, this time text, equal to open and close brace, and this time you use also a $symbol to now indicate the data you want to use. So we have nationality.id, and the second one, to make it, let me just write it out so that maybe we'll get used to it. text equal to open and close braces, $sign nationality dot name. So you're actually going to use exactly the same thing you use when you are defining your model. So I'm going to just copy and paste so that it will be a bit faster. So let me copy and paste. So try to do this a couple of times. You get your head around it, and it's going to really become easier for you. So I'm going to paste this. The next one I'm going to paste, and the next one I'm going to paste. So we have name followed by the capital and followed by updated by is a camel case, and that was what I used. So updated on, right? So this is how to use Thymeleaf to extract data from the model, right? So this is the data we have in the model, nationalities, and I'm closing it. It's a list of items. For these ones is the particular data items or member variables. So I'm going to save and I'm going to run it. And let's see if we have this list of nationalities in the page. Now, if we succeed and it works, we now start thinking of designing the page using Bootstrap to beautify the page. We now work with that, all right? So, but hopefully everything is going to work. So Tomcat started, at least we are okay at this point. So let's go to the page. First, I'm going to just try to check and make sure my data is right there in the table. As you can see, we have our data there. So here I'm going to refresh this page and let's see what happens. Boom. So you have It's displaying the list of nationalities here, as you can see. So all this, the data is in there. So just to play around, I'm going to just say, can I say edit? Okay, I actually want to say add. So let's add a third nationality, and let's see if India, capital of India is what? It's New Delhi. My second name is the Tech Pro, and the date I'm adding this is today, 2019. I actually should have used the current date function, but I forgot to do that. 0626 today's date. So let's insert it. So we have 3 items. I'm going to go refresh this page. Refresh, boom, it's there immediately. So you can see how fast. Imagine you are working with an application online and it's this fast. It's like milliseconds it displays this data. The key is in-memory database, H2 database. That is the key. It's always good to use in-memory database when you are developing and testing. When you go to production, you can now use a disk-based database. I'm actually going to stop here right now. And I'm going to thank you for viewing. And one thing I want to tell you very important is I'm really proud of you. You are doing great. If you've come to this point and it's working for you, kudos to you. You are doing real great. It's not easy. So remember to let me know if you have challenges, and also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. And feel free to like my video and share it. And we'll see in the next lesson where we are going to now use Bootstrap and JQuery to actually design this page.